right, here to share a little insight. Did you know that more attractive women do not get approached versus more unattractive women? Interesting. Yeah, so I don't really understand this fully, but what are the signs that you give a man when you're interested? What are the signs? Okay, and then when you're with a man that you really love spending time with and they're like, no, what do you do? And I know there's this thing about like, okay, so, you know, there's a man out there for everyone. There's like somebody that was molded and created for you by the good Lord above. And I believe that. I really do. So, do you mold him yourself? Do you not mold him? No, he was molded for you. So what do you do? Where are you? Yeah, so for those of you that don't know me or are new to this whole thing, I'm Tiff Annie. I was named after Annie Oakley. Some people call me Pistol. Some people call me Turbo. I've been called all sorts of names in my lifetime. Scarbutt. Oh, don't even get me started on that one, okay? My 4 older brothers called me that once. Ugh. And there actually is a story behind that. Yeah, someday I will share with that. No, but not today. Not today. So yes, I have chronic PTSD. I found out just a year ago, and I have been on medication and, you know, counseling and all sorts of amazing things that will help heal my brain back to normal because I'm a mental case a little bit. Well, but with that, I have learned so much, and I am so much wiser for it, and I am so grateful for it. It's taught me what I don't want and what I do want. And so I am still connecting those dots. But the medication has helped, and I can think more clearly. I can control my emotions more, which is pretty great. And I'm not so reactive, because that is what PTSD does. I have learned that I have lived on dead-end roads since 5 years ago. Almost six. And I am much more aware of my surroundings and everything else that's going on. So I called it hyper awareness for the longest time until I finally met a therapist that actually deals with people with PTSD. And I only thought that people with PTSD were like, you know, military of some kind. But it turns out, actually, a lot of people have PTSD. So this is me opening up, which I do not do, and being honest and saying that, yes, I am one of those people. However, it is something that can be treated, and you can be like, as so they call it, normal. I don't even know what that is. But I want to share that it is a process, and I am embracing every moment of it. And I'm so very grateful for the support system that I have established over the years. Yes, and don't mind this right here. This is a biopsy I just had done the other day, because I have this thing that keeps coming up on my face, and they can't figure out what it is. And I've been to a dermatologist, and I've been to a doctor, and I've been to a dermatologist, and I've been to a doctor, and I've taken some medicine, and I've taken some creams, and here we are. Biopsy. So, yes, it's disgusting. Look at that. I have to keep, like, stuff on it. Ugh. My hair looks awful. My amazing hairdresser, Tiara, she's incredible. She's going to make it darker. So I'm really actually excited about that. It's going to look really cool. Right now it's just kind of sad day. You know, I say that on sad days, like actual sad days. When something happens, I just say, oh, sad day. Okay, so I'm rambling a little bit, but we're about four and a half minutes in, so whatever. I want to share a little story with you. So, I say so a lot. All right, here's the thing. Once upon a time, when I was first married to my husband, at the time, I'm divorced, happily. Yeah, so we were at this thing. It was like a church deal, something or other, in Northwest Iowa. If you've never been there, Sioux Center, Iowa, and like, you know, that surrounding area, oh, all the mighty Christians that are living in that place. Hallelujah. They are something else. And so we were at this thing, and the women were gathering around, and I was like trying to be a part of the crowd, which, yeah, good luck. This is me being judgmental, okay? Because they were not kind to me, like, at all. Okay, rewind. Actually, they were kind to me. They just were, like, fake kind, you know? The fake kind. Yeah. So I, like, go up into this little circle of women that are, like, so hoity-toity, you know? And they're like, yeah, so, you know, like, it just so much bothers me when my husband just won't put the toilet seat down. Do you know what I wanted to say in that moment when I had just met these women? Oh my gosh. A toilet seat? Really? We're bitching about a toilet seat? You know, I was thinking to myself, I would be so fucking grateful if my, at the time, husband would not get the fucking gun out when we were having a fucking argument. Yeah. It was like a year, maybe a year and a half, we were together. And he gets the fucking gun out in a conversation, like argument, right? Because at that time, I'm pretty fucking feisty. Like, I don't put up with no bullshit. No. And turns out, the OFA didn't fucking like that. So, we were in an all-out fucking brawl, pretty much. And this son of a bitch gets a fucking gun out. And I'm like, huh, are you fucking for real right now? So I call our pastor friend. That's his big buddy at the time. And I don't even know, like, now, fast forward. But anyway, doesn't matter. Yeah, so, like, he answers the phone. I call him, and I'm like, look, this is what's going on. Like, I don't even know what the fuck to do right now. Like, he's threatening me if I call the cops. Like, he's gonna, like, I don't even know. So, can you, like, figure this out? Because I don't know what to do right now. And you're the only fucking person I know in this area. Because I just moved here. Okay. So there was that. And then, holy hell, we're almost 8 minutes in now. Okay, well, anyway. If everybody's still listening, if you are still listening, we are not doing well at this time. And I kind of shared a little bit about this in, like, a previous, like, super warrior type status. Warrior. Yeah, that's what we are. It's true. I think of myself as Reba sometimes in that story, like, do you know that song? Yeah, here's your one chance, fast, and don't let me down. Yeah, that song. Yeah, so I, moved to Colorado with this man, okay? In the middle of fucking nowhere, which is absolutely beautiful. I loved where we lived in this tiny little western Colorado town called Crawford. And oh my gosh. Turns out, actually, that Joe Cocker lived in Crawford and retired here with his wife, his beautiful wife. And they employed a lot of amazing people in this community, and they, like, boomed this tiny little town called Crawford. Well, right now it's dying. But, it's still there, and it's beautiful as ever. And it borders the Black Canyon of the Gunnison. If you've never heard of it, you need to check it out. It just started on fire, actually. And, like, burned all of it, pretty much, this last couple months ago. Just recently, like, super recent. And, yeah, so, amazing place. We moved out here, and, yeah, no bueno. Like, just no bueno. I worked for him, and he was the boss, and we lived out in the middle of nowhere, and I raised JW, which was incredible, but also very hard. And we lived in the most beautiful, amazing place in my whole entire life. And then I continued down this road, and it just didn't work out. And so here we are. fast forward to where we are now, 10 minutes in. And I'm so